Hi guys, I'm back. Now, last time, well, I say last time, this was literally about 15 minutes ago. I was sitting talking about, video games I don't like, and that's personal preference. And as I said before, yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts is crazy popular, but I really didn't find it that all enjoyable. Because if it wasn't down to the fact that you've got rid of the dolphin dive, which means you get rid of a lot of different weapon glitches, which I found absolutely hilarious. I used to when anybody remembered the dig glitch, when I first found that out, I would just do that all the time on Search and Destroy. But they've got rid of something like that. The only real glitch I know is the face stretch when you're looking down the RPG with an assault shield on your back. Butter, I like butter on my toast. I just close my eyes, I was just like, I can see blackness. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but there are video games out there that are just downright terrible. Personally, I am a bit strange when it comes to video games. Everybody loved Final Fantasy, but I've never been into Final Fantasy at all. I'm into RPGs kind of stuff. If I had it, I would play it. But it's not one of those things that I always have to have. Great English. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? But, yeah, as I said, I'm a bit weird when it comes to my video games, so there's a lot of video games, that I may like that you do not, and that you like but I do not. This may be a recurrent factor with me, and I hate it when people do that. They try and quickscope you, then they swap to something like LMGs. I hate it when people do that. And plus when they've got Pro Quickscope Snipes on or something like that is your name. I literally got Techno Snipes. Techno Snipes killed me with an LMG. That's what I hate about this game sometimes. But yeah, it's just one of those things you got to put up with. But I really didn't like it. But when it comes to the other way around as well, people thought Shadow the Hedgehog, that game was horrible. I personally loved that game. I don't know what it was about it. I just played it and played it and played it, and I don't know if my opinion would change nowadays. But there are some video games we can just agree on. Two come straight to my mind, and that is Sonic 06 and Superman 64. Superman 64, I'm going to be honest, I haven't played it in a long time, but I have completed it. That is right, I honestly sat in my house and completed, right, I sat in my house, I was in my shed the entire time, just sitting in my backyard shed, because I don't have a house, but, yeah, it was so weird, but it was just a bad game, so many glitches, I'm not even joking, just 1 minute, I'm just flying around like a derpa herp, like a herpa derpa, and then the next minute, boom, I was underground, boom, I was in a building, boom, just boom, I was just in nowhere, there was no map to be seen or anything, and I hated it when stuff like that happened, and my PlayStation's just crashed. No, I'm not, it's just lag. But, yeah, I suppose Sonic 06, I do have a couple of guilty pleasures with that game. Superman 64, just no. But Sonic 06 is a rather different case. And by guilty pleasures, I do mean there are a few things I actually enjoy in the game. And somebody's just spotted me. Run. Whole team's camping up at the back of here. We're just trying to make sure that we're not getting killed or anything. Yeah, stuff like, the gameplay itself, bad. I hated the gameplay sometimes. The amount of glitches. And it was just blech. It was just all the glitches, the horrible gameplay. But, like I said, there are a few guilty pleasures. I will be honest, the soundtrack, I just loved it, I'm not one for graphics either, but there was the fact that they're using cartoon against trying to make real humans, which is just a bad combination, unless it's in some special cases like Looney Tunes movie, Space Jam, stuff like that, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. but with video games, it just doesn't work. You know, I mean, they managed to sort of nail it with Resident Evil 1, but, I mean, the voice acting in that was just hilarious. And, on all fairness, I suppose the voice acting isn't too bad in Sonic 06, but that one guilty pleasure, the soundtrack, if the gameplay was good, you know, I mean, I know there are hackers out there who have actually made the game better. You know, they've taken out glitches, bugs, stuff like that, and, you know, they've recoded some of the stuff, so, like, the boxes, they don't just get easily moved by the ball on with, when you're solving, you have to bitch slap that bitch over and you have to do it in a certain amount of hits. They actually made the cubes rocks, which I find kind of cool, so they've done stuff like that, and I have played that version, and I prefer that version, but I would play any version just for the soundtrack. All His, the song, main song for it, that song is brilliant. I mean, even, and like I said before, I think, Shadow the Hedgehog, people hated that game, I loved it, and the song by Crush 40, I believe, don't correct me if I'm wrong, I Am All I Am, that was a brilliant song, it suited him perfectly, because he was one of those dark, mysterious, gothic kind of characters, you know, and Sonic, he's one of those cheerful, happy, let's run around and just have fun kind of characters if he really wants to be. If he wants to be serious, he will just kick ass. And other colours like Sonic Colors and other colours called Solar Colors, haha. But another Sonic game, Sonic Colors, that was a really good song and it suited it perfectly. You know, it's talking about being in the stars and stuff because, you know, it's set in space and stuff. I'm sorry for spoilers. But yeah, it's just basically set in space. It's really good. And there are guilty pleasures with these games I get, and it's just natural, you know? I mean, everybody has that one game that everyone likes, but they don't, and that no one likes, but they do, you know? And I believe Kid Icarus done a top 10 videos of it, actually. It was top 10, he done 2 of them, top 10 video games that everybody likes, but he doesn't, in top 10 video games that he likes but no one else does, and both of them are actually really good. You know, it just shows what different kind of people, you know, gamers can be. You know, one minute you've got a guy who, Kid Icarus himself, he's a retro gamer, he loves all the old games like Crash Bandicoot, I just threw my tomahawk, give me it back. You know, Crash Bandicoot, shh. I got this. No, damn it. Where's my team? The both of them are just sitting there. They're boosting, that's why. But, yeah, so he's one of those kind of people, and like I said, it does depend on preference. And some people do get guilty pleasures out of these games. Because, I'm gonna be honest, people gave really bad negativity to stuff made by, what the fuck they're called, I honestly don't know if I've got the case. Basically the people who made Borderlands and Dead Island. There was a lot of hate against Dead Island, but I personally enjoyed it. And I don't know if it was just like the sense of Borderlands coming to me, because me and my friend, we would stay at each other's houses, we would have that game, we would swap hard drives around, so it was his hard drive because that had both our profiles, and we would just sit and play it for hours. I'm not joking. It would be like, 1 minute he comes over at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then he comes over, we have a little play of it, and boom, next thing you know, the weekend is over, we've been just sitting there and playing it. It's so strange, but I don't know if it was the sense of that, you know, or because it's made by the same people, and it's sort of the same thing. You know, you find weapons, you can upgrade them, you get experience points, level enemies, but I don't see the point in the enemies leveling up with you, because it doesn't really make it any trickier. You know, unless, you know, you're level 50 and you're in the arena for the Bloodbath arena. I actually had that DLC, but I kind of got lost it. But, yeah, if you're in the easier ones, it's just one swipe with your fist, and boom, they're dead. So I suppose it adds that sort of sense to it, but, you know, it's all down to preference, so. And I would honestly like to know, what do you guys like about games? You know, like, what's your favourite game, and what's your favourite thing about it? Because, like I said, the fact that, well, I didn't say it, but in Borderlands, there was all sorts of different quests you could do, so I could be off doing one quest, like, kill 50 skags, and my friend Macaulay, he could be off doing another quest. He would have to kill 20 psychos, or find a psycho mask or something. I don't think that was actually a real quest, but it was just an example. And it was just in itself really fun. So if you would care to tell me in the comments, I would love to read them, and take care and see you later.